Alright, y'all, welcome to the All Sports Pass Podcast West. I'm your host, Youth, and tonight, I would normally make this at home, but, you can hear the crowd. I am at a middle school football game. Bearden versus Webb. I don't usually cover middle school football. Currently, it's a tie game. So I'm unable to make this at home, so I'm doing it here. Anyways, this is Week 6 review, Week 7 preview. Let's get started. First, we're going to get Horns out of the way since they're playing Powell this week. It's at Powell. I will not be covering this game. However, I will be attending it. So I'll have affiliation with that game anyways. Me and 865 Fritz will be there, so if you want to come and say hi and do that. We'll be over at where we can take photography stuff. I am a photographer, by the way. They'll follow Youth Productions on Instagram. Anyways, as I am not surprised, Fulton does win this game by a final score of 28-8. Of course, they've had a disadvantage since the game was moved to Hardin Valley. I am not joking. This game not moved to Hardin Valley because of the hurricane. And that lost Cars a home field advantage. This does not bring Fulton home field advantage. They still pulled away with a win regardless. Cars would have scored more points if they were at home. But Fulton was the more talented team. And while I am not going to be covering South Doyle's game last week, it is Knoxville Central. I believe that was at Central High School. I think. Yeah, it was at Central. I will be able to cover them at Knoxville Halls. So that's a game I will be able to cover, of course. As expected, Halls is favored. Halls is a talented team. Halls is going to win this game. I know I'm making this quick, but South Doyle's only win was against Austin East, and they're basically winless. So that explains a lot about South Doyle and how they're going to play against Halls. I don't care if South Doyle has the home field advantage or whatever it is. Halls is more talented. They're going to win this game. Again, these are my predictions, so don't roast me, because these are not the actual results. And you'll never know. It's high school football. That's what North always says. Go subscribe to him in the North channel, by the way. It will really help us out. Now we're going to talk about Knoxville West. Of course, as you can tell, they beat Heritage 38-13. Not a surprising result. Even though it's high school football, you'll never know what happens. Sometimes some things are expected. Knoxville West was the more talented team, and they definitely won this game without a doubt. However, this is not game of the week. We'll get to that shortly. They will travel to Alcoa. Now, as you don't know, West lost to Bearden. Bearden lost to Alcoa. Now, you say, West beats Alcoa? You'll never know. It's high school football. This is a very tough day for West High School, especially when Alcoa is a pretty darn good team. But what I can tell you for sure, while Knoxville West has the potential to win this game, and they might be the more talented team than Alcoa, because Alcoa may have dodged some transfers, lost some transfers. They're basically the Bearden of 3A. I have Alcoa winning this game. Simply because they're just that good. But you'll never know. It's high school football. I did not put this as game of the week. It's a very good game. But Knoxville West is currently on with 2 losses right now. Alcoa actually has 1 loss. And we'll get to the actual name of the week story between a team with 2 losses and an undefeated team, which will also be on Lively Thursday on TV. Next, we got William Blount, who suffered a terrible loss at Science Hill, 55-28. Of course, Science Hill was the better team. They were the more talented team. However, William Blount does a bit of a calm game. A bit of an easy game. They play against Union County. Of course, with them being in Alcoa and Austin East's district, they're not doing that well in the district. They are currently 0-5 in the season. That brings an easy game for William Blount. Doesn't matter about home field advantage. William Blount's the more talented team. I think they're going to win this game. Next up, we're going to be recapping Hardin Valley, as, of course, one of the teams of the game of the week is one of these games right here. Hardin Valley traveling to Maryville. Of course, things did not go well for the Hawks as they lose 49-7 to the Rebels. Maryville had 3 amazing running backs in that game. Of course, Ori came back. Ori Fernando Walker, he now has number 25. He came back after not dressing for 5 games. That's what I can tell you through the stream on Diamond Crew Media, that he was back playing football for the Rebels in his Hardin Valley, which brings in a bit of some terrifying stuff for Bearden, but we'll get to them in a moment. But to be honest, it's Hardin Valley. They're not talented. They're not as talented as Maryville. It doesn't get any more easier for Hardin Valley. 4 straight games that they have to play against really good teams. And another team that they have to face is Sevier County. Now, of course, Hardin Valley and Sevier County has not had a lot of matchups in their history. They're usually like a playoff match. But Hardin Valley does play Sevier County sometimes, and of course, this is going to be a home game for the Hawks. I don't know the last time they were at home against Sevier County. However, with the home field advantage doesn't work. Sevier County is the more talented team here. Sevier County's undefeated. Well, that's the last time I checked. They have not lost a game yet. Wow, easy district, kinda. I do not know a lot about 5A Region 1, the district Sevier County's in. But as far as I can tell you, Sevier County is a really good team, and I think they're going to pull away with the win over the Hawks. Now, don't get confused with last year's game, as that was actually a pretty close game. But that was when Hardin Valley had actual talent, beating Morris Counties and Hawk County. Also, about Hawk County, div support to Hawk County as they were hit by the hurricane last week. They had terrible flooding. No div support to Hawk County. There are plenty of schools helping. Check their Instagrams and their apps as well. So go ahead, make sure to do that. It will really help them out. But I think Sevier County will get the win over Hardin Valley, despite the fact they had a close game last year. Might not be close this year. Who knows? It's high school football. As for Faraday High School, which would have another team in the name of the week, they also suffered a terrible loss to Bearden. This is unnormal for Faraday. They usually play good against Bearden, but they took a loss at home, 38-14, and probably Bearden's best game yet against Faraday in the 21st century. Now, never have I seen Faraday do that before. I'm starting to think they don't have as much talent as they had when they lost their first 4 games. They might not have the talent they have this year from last year. Which brings me to their game against Bradley Central. While Bradley has not been doing their best this season, they've had more losses than wins this season, surprisingly, despite the fact they made a run for the playoffs in the semis. Mainly because of the losses of Boot, Carter, and a lot of other players. Faraday, with me losing hope for them, I'm starting to think Bradley Central may actually win this game. Faraday does not have what it takes to beat Bradley if they're going to lose to Bearden 38-14. Right? One of the worst losses it is Bearden in the 21st century for Faraday at home, which we've never seen before in a while. So, with that in mind, I have Bradley winning this game. Faraday might not have as much talent as I thought they had, but there are some good games coming in for the line for Faraday, so there are still some hope that Faraday can win a game this season. We'll just see what happens. It's high school football. Now, your game of the week, without a doubt, definitely Maryville at Bearden. This is obviously game of the week. No debate. Not even West Alcoa beats it. It's not even an inch. It's probably a mile. But Bearden Maryville is game of the week. History about this game. Bearden has not beaten Maryville at home since who knows. 1993 and 1990 was the times they beat them. But I do not know if Bearden played at home or at Maryville. As far as I know, Bearden beat Maryville at Maryville for the first time since like 1993. And of course, Bearden was either a bat-to-bat. Now, what type Bearden was going to win this game is if they won down in Maryville. But Maryville is somehow back to performing like they were back in 2019. They start 6-0 with huge wins over Bradley Central, West, and Science Hill. Science Hill was a pretty close game. West was not. Neither was Bradley. Bradley Central was a blowout. Bradley Central was a shutout. West was a blowout, and Science Hill was a close game. Science Hill was a great team. This was at Science Hill. Maryville somehow got away with the win. as for Bearden, they also beat West, but that was not a blowout. And they suffered losses in this Alcoa and Anderson County, but pulled away with a blowout win at Farragut. Now, of course, Maryville and Bearden have the same talent. They're basically the same talented team. So no one is the better talented team here. Maryville has a sophomore quarterback. Same thing with Bearden, who's coming back. DJ Hunter is going to be back in this game. Maryville has Will Jones. He's been the quarterback for a while now. Jason Thompson came back at his Farragut. He'll be here at his Maryville. They also have Torian Wittens, Justin Ace. Maryville has Price Davis, the Davidson commit. Maryville also has a rise newcomer. Well, he's not new, but he is a junior. Cameron Porter. He's been doing really well for Maryville. And don't forget the guy who carried Maryville last year this period, Ori Fernando Walker. He will also be back in this game, in his second game of the season. Bearden has a talented wide receiver core. Maryville, I only think they have Britton Barrett. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anyone else good for Maryville. Bearden has a talented offensive line. Same thing with Maryville. And both defenses are... Well, Maryville's defense might actually be better than Bearden's. But strategies always come in mind for Bearden. Of course, this game's on Rivalry Thursday, which I hopefully expect to be the biggest Rivalry Thursday game of the year. Not counting Bearden West, is that's a Saturday game. And of course, I have official predictions. Both teams are talented. No one's the talented team. Home field advantage doesn't even matter either. However, I can say this. I think Maryville wins this game. Maryville's the one looking for revenge, obviously. Bearden, I think they still have high Ironside out. And while they do still have their special teams on board with William Pendergrass, Daniel Haney will be coming back at this Oak Ridge. That doesn't mean anything, as Maryville has as good of a special teams as Bearden. But Maryville is the one looking for revenge. They're the ones to play as best as they can all season long. And of course, as expected, Maryville won over Bearden. So, I have Maryville winning this game. I think the running backs is the chance for Maryville. Of course, no disrespect to Bearden, they are a talented team. Maryville is probably going to win this game. It's high school football, you'll never know Bearden could win this game. And they might. But I pick Maryville. It's a toss-up game, basically. This game might even go to overtime. I actually expect this game to go to overtime. Because this is going to be a very good game. You'll have extra quarters. Anyways, that's going to be the video for All Sports Basketball SOS today. If you want, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really help us out. I already mentioned about the North Channel. Your host, Eve, signing out.